Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to our webinar. Today, our topic is what is an ideal QA internship? Let's start from the introducing ourselves. My name is Lilia, and I am a QA mentor with an experience in QA over 20 years. And today with me in this webinar are now Daria and Liana, who are our future students with their expectations, with their questions about the internship, and with their, expectations from an ideal internship. And I really hope that in some minutes we will have more, even more students in our webinar. They will join us as well. Now, Daria and Liana, please introduce yourself very shortly. Who are you? What is your current profession? Why are you interested in QE? Okay.
Yeah.
I can start.
Okay, Daria, please.
If you don't mind, I will be first. So, hello, my name is Daria. I used to be a dentist for a while, for 5 or 6 years. Then I realized that it was time to change my career. So I have learned some theory of QA by myself. And at this time, I've been working as a junior QA engineer for a month and a half, to be precise. I really love it. I really love my job, and I feel that I've made the right choice. I think I chose this profession because I love to help making the world better. And during this month of working as a QA, I realized that it is really hard to say what is more pleasant to me, to find a defect or to find out that everything works just how it's supposed to work. So I can say a couple of words about my expectations with the internship. I realized that it will not be easy to combine full-time job with part-time job because internship can be considered as a part-time job. But nevertheless, I'm very excited about it, and I'm sure that the precious experience that I will have received by the end of the internship is more than worth it. So, thank you for attention.
Thank you very much, Daria. You have very interesting story and very interesting current profession. And I think everything will be okay with you in QE branch. Okay. Daria and Liana, may I ask you to switch your camera on if it is possible?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think it would be interesting to our listeners to see you, not only listen.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, see our beautiful Daria and Liana. And while Daria had been sharing her story, we got 2 more students, Dmitry and Olga.
Hello.
Hello. So I think it is Liana's turn to introduce herself, please.
Okay. My name is Liana. My current professional is senior category manager in a big Russian company. What I want to say, I will open a new possibility for me and my current experience. I think it's like it.
Okay, thank you very much, Dmitry.
So you already called my name. So good evening, everyone. My name is Dmitry. My last position was e-commerce lead. So I was responsible for the whole e-commerce in the company, which called Hansa. This is home appliances, is maybe somebody of you know. And why I'm possessed about quality assurance. I feel like I was attached to it like my whole life because I know I want to know how does the softwares work, and I want to, I already was attached to some exploration, because finding the limits of any software was kind of my hobby from very small age. So that's all.
Great. So we have Olga, and while Dmitry has been sharing his story, we've got Maria joined us. So we have already 5 students today. Very, very good company. Okay, so Olga, can you please share your story? Who are you now? What is your current profession? And why did you think about moving to QA?
My current profession is a technical writer. Writing documentation and manuals and helps and everything which supports the software. And I think this is the best way to improve myself a little bit, because I know the process, I know how teams working, and I know how it's working from the inside. I think it will be the best way, the best direction for me.
Okay, thanks, Olga. And Maria is here. Maria, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Maria. I worked in science. I was a soil scientist for a long time, and after that, I also work in very big agrochemical company. And now I don't work well, and I'm waiting that this course will help me to find a good job, good work. Now I'm in Israel, and I hope that after this course I will find a good job, a good work here in Israel.
Okay, thanks, Maria. So we have a good company. We have a variety of professions now, from dentist to technical writer. Some of the guys are from IT branch. Some of the guys are very far from IT, but anyway, everybody waits something from the internship. And before we will go to their expectations, let me explain a pair of words about what is an internship practically, and how the internship practically could look like. We are not talking about the ideal internship yet, but about some points. So why do we need an internship? Because everybody knows that on the market we have a lot of different QA courses right now. And why don't we graduate from some course? Why don't we get some knowledge from this course, some skills, some maybe practical homeworks and stuff? And why cannot we go with this luggage to the market and to be QAs after the course without any internship? On this slide, I want you to show to see the difference between the number of junior QA position. This is from Indeed, the screenshot from Indeed. And as you can see here, we have 171 jobs for QAs. This is the current situation in the US market. And I think that pretty the same situation we have in the European market or in your local markets, if you are thinking about working in your local companies. But statistically, several hundred QAs are graduated from QA course monthly. So several hundred QAs versus 171 jobs. And pay attention that from time to time, these junior QA jobs are about some experienced candidates. So if you don't have an experience in QA, you cannot apply to this position. You cannot be considered as a good candidate to this position. And of course, this is not a good situation for the students who just graduated from some course and don't have any experience in QA. So what to do? Some courses are proposing some internship. But anyway, after this, typical type of the internship, the situation for you will be absolutely the same. Because you will be just graduated from the course, no experienced candidate. Why so? Some courses in the market proposing some kind of practice instead of internship. It could be called internship, but it is not an ideal internship. Why? Because when you are an intern of this course, you will be testing some site, some domain. We have the example domain here, but it could be like eShop or maybe some kind of educational site. And all you will do here is to find defects on the site, is to test, to investigate maybe from time to time, but your primary goal is to find maybe not all the defects, of course, because it is impossible, but some defects on this site. You don't have technical requirements for the site, just a web interface, and that's all. So this is your goal, to guess how should it work. No backend testing, because everybody knows that the web interface is not the only thing that our website consists of, and not the only thing that we could test. No integration testing, no integration between the modules inside this website, no integration between third-party applications and so on. No database access, of course, because you have only that example domain, and that's all. And if the internship on some course is like that, it is not a real internship. It is not an ideal internship. It is like some practice. Okay, it could be called a practice, but it's not an internship. Why? Because after that, your abilities will be the following. Of course, you will be able to write some test cases because, okay, you investigated the site, you investigated the user scenarios, and you got this knowledge about how to correctly write the test case from your course. Okay, this is your ability after that type of internship. Another ability is how to write defect reports. What is the defect workflow? What is a defect tracking system? Okay, so you definitely will have these two abilities. And maybe not even write test cases, but follow the test cases written by somebody else before. So follow the test cases, or maybe write some simple test cases by yourself, and define if the test case passed or failed, and be able to write a defect report based on that. So, is that enough to find a job? Definitely not. Because the abilities that I have listed are about 10% of expected QA skills. And it is quite impossible to find a job having only that abilities. So after this type of internship, you are still a person who graduated from some QA course without any experience, despite on the fact that you had such type of internship. It's called internship, but it is not an internship. So, okay, is everything so sad? What could we do with that? And what is an ideal internship? So, this is the question to our students who are participating in our webinar now. What are your expectations from ideal internship? What is the difference between that not ideal internship that I described and the internship from your expectation from your mind? Who wants to be the first one?
I would like to be the first, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
Daria.
The ideal internship must conclude more practice and more control, because what you just have described is more like crowd testing by yourself. It is what I have done while I was learning the QA by myself. And I don't think that it's worth paying much money as courses demand. So ideal internship is more practice, more control.
Okay. And what kind of practice do you mean?
Practice like just like real practice of work. Internship must be as just as work as real life working, and students should test backend as just as you have said, and we don't have access to backend while crowd testing or just so-called internship. And we should have more abilities, yes, after that.
Okay, thanks.
I definitely agree, fully agree with this. And the one thing I want to add, the ideal internship should have a real task on the real projects, because if we have to learn about responsibilities of quality assurance manager, or I mean specialist. And that's the thing that you will not ever get anywhere except the real internship, because of if you have failed something, you take your responsibility and you answer before your boss or your clients when we are going to test to work as an interns, and that's gonna make us more professional way. I mean that.
Okay, thanks, Dmitry.
I would like to say something. For me, the real internship, the perfect internship, I think it's to be a part of the real project, the real interesting project. Not so important like, web telescope or something like plane or something where your mistake can be fatal, error. But with the real team, with the real documents, with the real plans, with the real deadlines and all this, the real life, that's something interesting in the real. For me, it's the best way to practice. Best way to
okay, thanks very
the job
much.
From inside.
Okay. will be the
I
next
also
one?
want to say a few words about this. I completely agree with everything, but for me, it's also important to have a company after internship company, and I want to put it in CV, because when I will come in as a company and want to have a work, they will be asking me. They will ask me what experience I have, and it's really important to have real experience, not only in learning programs or something like that. And it's important for CV also.
Thank you very much. And Liana, please, what do you think?
No, I am agree for previous guys. I think it's you practice knowledge and gain new arms. I think it's very important. And add to CV, I think it's a good idea. And to show you how you, it show you powerful before another guys.
Okay, thank you very much. You all are absolutely right about the real project, about the CV, of course. And right now, I would like to give you a pair of examples of the internship in our course, Mentorpiece. And the first example is very interesting. It was the internship in the local technological company which is producing Windows, the real Windows for some customers. Yes, this is the production. And they wrote the program for subject matter experts, for the guys who are counting the sizes, the colors, the forms, and so on, who are counting how to produce a window for a special customer. And before we came to this company, they had this software, but they had no QAs to test this software. Only the developers and subject matter experts. Okay, for developers, it could be maybe a good story because they wrote something and then they gave to subject matter experts. And the subject matter experts, in their turn, gave their feedback about is it useful, not useful, maybe some HK, not edge cases, maybe some serious critical defects are found by the subject matter experts. But these guys are very experienced technology specialists, but they knew nothing about how to test, about how to document all that, about how to choose the tests from the whole possible set of tests. And of course, the company considered that it is not enough because they wanted to do more. They wanted to earn more money, to produce more windows for more customers, but they were not sure in the software. Is it good or bad? And they came to us and asked us to give them some students, some interns for the internship. So what was the picture for us, for our students? They came, they saw a lot of technical documentation regarding the software and regarding the technological process. And the technological process is not very easy, as you can guess, probably, because that are windows, a lot of materials, a lot of combinations, a lot of, glasses, colors, forms. The window could be not only, in square form, yes, but in triangle, why not? And no any QA process at all. Of course, no QA in this company. And it was very interesting because what did we do in this company? We created a QA process from scratch. We created a process how to communicate with developers, how to communicate with subject matter experts, how to analyze the documentation, how to test all that, because we had no QAs, we had no previously written test cases here. And so nobody knew how to test. And we've created everything from scratch. Why is it good for the company? Because now they have not only the technological process, but it process of the development of the product from new technical requirements to QA process. And they could, if they want to, they could hire some permanent QEs to their company, because everything is set up already by us. Why did it? Why was it good for our students? Because they could include to their CVs not only like I was a QE in some company, I did test cases, I did some defects, I communicated with developers, maybe I learned some technologies, okay, this is good as well, but they could include the description of how they created the process from scratch. And for the QA without any experience, this is a very good line in CV, just believe me, because they wanted how to do it. And why are we doing like that? They created the process from scratch. And it was a very interesting thing. And of course, to crash their minds trying to understand how all that works, and how all the technological process is working, how to create windows, what are the materials, what are the combinations, what combinations are correct, what combinations are not correct, how to grow everything in the software. It is a very good experience. Probably nobody of the students will work for a window producing company, but anyway, they participated in some technological process, and the list of possible companies for them gonna very wide, not only like websites or some mobile applications, I don't know, but some technological company. This is the first example. And my second example is even more interesting than this one, because the second example is about international medtech company from California. So that was a startup. Maybe not was, that is a startup, because one of our groups is still there, still working for this company. So this is a medtech startup. Unfortunately, I cannot say more because I signed the NDA from this company. And I could tell you only about the stack of technologies from this company. It is for those who understand. It is very contemporary set of stack of technologies. It is no SQL database, MongoDB. It is GraphQL for services. It is a 3-tier application with web, backend, and the database. And our students there have an access to everywhere. They have a chance to test the backend. They have a chance to test the database. Of course, they have a chance to test the integration between all that. And this is a very good experience because first, they could include to their CVs the technology that we've learned on the course. And from the other side, they could include to their CVs the technology that they met on the internship. So the stack of technologies is wider for them. And about the communication between the team, because I heard from your expectation that you expected that will be the good communication inside the team, and all the QEs included to the process. So it is a startup, and it means typically that it is not a very big company. When we are working right now, they have 3 developers, a project manager, and a CEO. So the communication is in special chat. And of course, it is possible to ask any question anytime, because the team is very small. And any student could ask a direct question to ask developer, any developer, okay? And even a CEO, if it is needed right now. So our students are integrated to this process, absolutely. And maybe this is not an ideal internship, but this is a real job, actually. The job that lasts only 2 months, but it is a real job because everything is like on a real job, and students are integrated. Of course, there are some problems with in the internship. It cannot be the situation when we have absolutely everything without any problem. But anyway, everybody will meet the problems on the real job. It could be some delay between the official internship start and the official signing the documents. And our students, of course, cannot start the internship before signing the documents. And all the documents should be prepared before signing. I'm talking about the NDA right now. Some problems on the previous internship with the access to database, because our students were waiting for the access to the database for 2 weeks or something. It could be some problems, but anyway, it is a real job that could be included to the CV. And one more thing that I want to mention right now is about a leadership of this internship. Because if we are talking about the internship number 1, when there are no QAs in the company and somebody should start the process from scratch, it should be a lead. because it is impossible for for QEs without any experience to understand how the process should look like. And that's why on some ideal internship, a lead should be who knows everything, who can help students with all that stuff, with the processes, with the documentation, with the timing, you know. And that's why at the beginning of the internship, it should be an experienced lead. But from the middle of the internship, when everybody knows how to do everything, and when the process is on track, when everything is set up, it could be a lead from interns, from students. And it could be a person who first knows the course well, so she has needed knowledge, she has needed skills, and except this, she should have a leadership character, a leadership in the mind. Yeah,
Personality.
personality, yes. Sorry. So this is some maybe ideal person. Maybe you will say me that it is impossible to have this person in the group, but in every group, at least one person has such a personality. Good marks from the course and a leadership personality. And it could be it could be a good guy who is able to set up the process further, to organize everybody, to understand what should be done right now and what should not be done right now based on the priority. So this is the lead. And your ideal internship should provide the possibility for you to be such a lead. If I'm talking about your personality right now. So, okay. And this is my ideal, ideal picture of ideal internship. But I guess that our students and maybe our audience right now have a lot of questions about how to realize all that stuff and maybe regarding some other things. So this is the time for questions from students. Okay.
I want to be first.
Yes, Daria, please.
It's a tradition right now.
Yes,
so,
it is a tradition.
My question is surely connected to my job. Will it be enough to devote at most 2 hours? I mean, 1 or 2 hours a day to the internship? Of course, I will spend more time on this on weekends, but other days is rather busy. And will it be enough?
Mm-hmm. This is a very good question. Typically, all the interns are working somewhere. From time to time, there are some students who are not working right now and could work on the internship during 8 hours a day. but it is rather exception. And before the internship, everybody should provide the time when she or he, Dmitry, special for you, could work. Typically, the time is in the evenings, in his or her time zone, and weekends, of course. But if you cannot participate in the internship more than 2 hours a day, it is possible, of course, because this is a part-time job, and pay attention. This is a part-time job for the team, and our customers don't expect a result from any students personally. They expect the result from the team. And if the result is reached, it doesn't matter actually how many hours everybody is doing the job. Maybe 2 hours, maybe 8 hours, it doesn't matter. The result is here, so okay. You could work for 2 hours a day.
Thank you for the answer.
Thank you for the question.
Right, it's my turn, so we're going to follow the tradition and the second one.
Okay.
As you asked us before, I already sent you some short list of my questions about this internship, and you already answered a few of them. So I'll pick just the most interesting for me right now, right? Okay, what Mentorpiece school consider as a successful internship? I mean, how do you will evaluate this one? I mean, if you just have some kind of evaluation system for students, like a 4.5 and upwards, just going to get a job and everything, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I mean, this evaluation system does, I believe this includes this internship. So how do you will evaluate this one?
It is a very interesting question as well, Dmitry. So the evaluation system is very simple. When you are, I will start from the beginning. When you are looking for a new job, just imagine that you are an experienced somebody who is looking for a new job. You should be able to pass the interview to this new job. And before the interview, you should be able to create your CV, and your CV should be interesting for HRs and some technical specialists who will assess your CV before inviting you to the interview. And we have absolutely the same evaluation, because your internship is your first job as a QA. Okay, this is a short-time contract, short-time job, but it is a job. So you should be able to pass the interview to a new job. And you should be able to tell about yourself in your CV. And after the internship, we, of course, cannot let you go to the market without our evaluation, but we should do something with that, yes? So we first ask you to prepare your CV with all the experience from your past profession and with the experience from the internship. We assess your CV. Is it interesting for, so we think that, okay, we now are interviewers in some hypothetical company, and we are looking to your CV that you send us. And if your CV is good, we invite you to the interview with us as mentors. If the CV is not good, so we advise something, how to make it better, you change and then send again. So okay, now your CV is good enough, and we invite you to the interview. The interview with our mentors looks typically like the interview on the real job, because all our mentors are not very experienced specialists, but QE leads or QE managers or even head of QEs. And we all know how to do the interview and what to ask. And we propose you to participate in this interview. And at the beginning of the interview, you start from talking about yourself. Who are you? Why did you decide to apply to this position? What is your experience from your past, maybe from your past profession, and of course from your internship. So you are talking about all that. Then we propose you some technical tasks to resolve, maybe some theoretical questions, but primarily some technical tasks. And if you pass this interview, we can consider that you are ready to go to the market and to participate in real interviews. And this is our evaluation. If after the interview, you are ready to find your first real job.
So, okay. Based on this one, I have one more question. Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. Did I understand right that I can just do not give a damn about internship, but if I write my CV right, if I answer your questions, and if I pass technical, what you should give me to solve some problems, so if I just don't give a damn about the whole internship and I'm not spitting on the floor, just drinking beer and doing nothing. But if I pass this one, you evaluate me as as a ready specialist to go on the market. Did I catch you? Because that's just actually sounds like this one, because
okay,
I was just asking about how do you evaluate my success in the particular internship? I mean, okay, that's the thing which I'm asking for.
Okay, I can tell you even more. You can not participate in the internship, and you can start looking for a job right after the course, or even in the middle of the course. This is your right. So, okay, you can do it. And if you are sure in yourself, okay, so you can.
I mean, I want.
You can do nothing, but just believe me, it is not very easy to pass our interview after the internship.
That's not actually what I'm asking about. Okay. I'm just telling you that I want as higher. How to say this in? I just don't remember how to say it in English. But 1, 2, 3, 4, like an A, B, C. I want the A at the end of the course. I'm just targeting to be the best one that you all ever had, student, like kind of this energy I'm having right now. So I'm asking, how would you evaluate and give me this, I don't remember how to call it in English, but in Russia we call it ocenka. I mean, this one.
Okay. Yeah.
So the grade one. Yeah. Thank you. So how would you evaluate the grade for me after the successful internship? What should be considered in this one?
Yeah. Okay. So about the grading system. First, you will have grades during the course, of course. And you will have special grade from the theoretical exam right after the course before the internship, and that will be your next grade. And of course, you will have a grade from your internship based on how much did you do in the internship. Did you participate in the process? How did you contribute to the teamwork? And this grade will will be included to the average grade after the course. So you will have the average grade, average mark after the course based on the grading from your homeworks during the course, then grade from the theoretical exam after the course, and then this grade from the internship. All that grades are included to this average final mark after the course. And depending on this mark, we could help you in employment or not. Because if it is again, it is up to you to have this good grades or not. But if your average grade is not very high, we cannot guarantee your future customer that you're a good QA. Okay. So if your grade from this internship based on the contribution to this internship is not very high, your average could be not as high as could be, yeah. And okay, this is the reason for us to consider you as not the best student. Okay.
All right.
So
seems legit. Okay, I understood.
Yeah.
Okay, another one. So you already told us about ideal internship. Yeah. So we know what it is right now. But who is an ideal intern?
Okay, ideal intern. Ideal intern is the person who, of course, contributes to the teamwork, who participate in all the activities of the team. But almost everybody does it, actually. It is rather strange to go to the internship and to do nothing there. It is not logical, okay? A good intern could maybe do even more than customers expect from him or her, yeah? For example, in our current internship, there is a guy who started writing the automation. We don't have automation during the course. Our course is for manual QA only, but he decided just to have more knowledge and to learn Python in parallel and to do some automation for our customer. So this is the contribution more than it could be. Of course, nobody expects from him to create the automation.
Nice one.
Yes. Another example is a guy from the previous group. It is about his leadership. He was a lead in the group, and he again decided that the current documentation, and this is about the second example, actually, about this medtech company from California. And we had two groups in this internship for the same customer. And previous group left some test documentation here. And this guy who was a lead decided that the documentation is not very good. Maybe it is good, but it could be better. And he proposed how to make it better, how to improve the system, how to create more, understandable documents, how to make it even more beautiful. It is not the thing that is expected from him. Customer is actually, customers are very happy about this current documentation. But he decided that, okay, this documentation is not ideal. Let's make it ideal right now. And so to sum up maybe that examples, if you have some achievements, real achievements, that you could include to your CV and to show this achievement to your future customers, future companies, it is a good time that you spend on the internship. Because if we are talking about a typical QE CV, it would look like, okay, I worked as a QA, I created some test cases, I communicated with the team, I created some defects in defect tracking system, and this is the list of technologies that I used. And it is not interesting because me as an interviewer cannot understand why this guy or this girl gonna change the work, the job. So, okay, you came to me and you will do the same, absolutely. So what is your achievement on the previous place? And are you going to have achievements here? So you should show in the CV that you not only did something, but you achieved something. This is the result of your particular job, on the particular place. So if you have something to show and you have something to include your CV, and me as your mentor should not sit for several hours and think, oh, what to include to this CV as achievement, because I really cannot understand. So this is a good intern from my point of view.
Nice. And I guess maybe the last one, I'm not sure. Speaking about the leadership, so can you tell us a little bit more about the personal responsibilities of a team lead? I mean, the intern, and also how to become one.
So how to become one? I get that I said something about this already. So let's go from the other side. Who is a team lead? If we are not talking about the internship, but we are talking about the regular project, regular job. This is a guy who first understands the technical part of the application and the technologies, because if it is a lead who cannot understand how all stuff is working, it is a very strange lead. Because he or she cannot help his or her team to resolve some complicated tasks. So it should be a guy or a girl who is able to understand some and to resolve some complicated things regarding the project. Beside that, it should be a person who understands the processes and why the processes are why the processes look like this, okay? And to understand how to improve the process if the process is not ideal right now. Why we have some problems on our way, how to make our work more productive. So the guy who has some technical experience and knowledge and skills, and together with this, the guy who understands the processes. And the leadership, if we are talking about the leadership personality, this is the person who can lead the team. Okay, it sounds maybe too simple, but it is a lead, and the person should lead the team, should organize everybody, should understand what tasks to be done right now, and who will be able to do this particular task faster, better than the other team members. It should be a person who's is respected by the others. So they should say, everybody should say, oh, this is our lead. So we understand that this person is a lead because of his or her knowledge, because of his or her skills, and because we believe him or her. So this is a lead of a team. And of course, in our internship, we cannot, we cannot find a person with a huge experience in QA, because everybody started learning QA right 4 months ago. Okay, but the main things are the same. This person should understand the processes. This person should have knowledge and skills, at least from our course, in the scope of our course. And this person should be able to organize the team. And everybody should be agree that this is a lead. And okay, I am agreed to follow him or her. If we are talking about the previous group, this is a good example, because we have a guy who is a lead now, and how we defined it, that this is a lead of the team. When I started, I was a lead from mentors side first of this group during first weeks, and then I came to the group and asked, guys, right now we should find a lead from your side. So what do you think, please? And then I told them, okay, to do some tests for the leadership, and I, of course, knew all the grades of everybody, but I just told them that, okay, it is time to have a lead from your side. And they all answered me, this is him. So everybody agrees that this is him. I will not call his name, because, okay, it is not about some person. It is just an example. But everybody said me, he should be a lead. And everybody, all the group, agreed with this thing. So I said, okay, guys, if everybody considers that this is a lead, let it be a lead.
If you would say no, they would start the revolution, something like this.
Yes, it is possible. Yes, I think. But he managed by now with this role. So probably it is a good example who can be a lead.
All right, so I have to say I already know everything I want to know. So go ahead. Any other?
Okay. Thanks,
Thank
Dmitry, for so many questions. And I hope that the answers were interested for everybody. Okay, who's next? Olga.
Olga.
I have a question. Do we have an ability to choose the company, or we should accept only what you give? Can we choose the company or or area?
I've got your question.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you are not able to choose the company because we are choosing. We are making this choice for you.
This is no place for democracy.
Yes, yes, but to not sound maybe a bit. I don't know how to say.
Harsh.
A bit
Harsh.
Yes, hard maybe like autocracy. Yes. We are choosing this company during some time, and we have a very long list of requirements for this company. So not they have the requirements to us. So what should we do? What should be the result of our internship? We have a long list of requirements to the internship because it should be first a live company, of course. So it is not about some site that created and nobody does anything with the site right now. So this should be a live development.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is the legal, the real company with the reputation, with interesting projects, and in any area. In any area.
Absolutely any area.
So it can be science or engineering. Or...
Yes, it could be. It could be. It is possible. You should be able to test everything, not only the UI, but the backend, the database. So it should be interesting and useful for you as students. So this is the primary thing that we are looking for when we are looking for the companies. So we are making this choice, and I think it is useful. So this is a process.
I love that example with the Windows company. Because for me, it's very interesting. I love all this renovation stuff.
Okay.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you for the question. Who's next? Liana?
Yeah. If we discuss about foreign company, in our future job, maybe, will we receive a letter of recommendation after our internship?
Very good question as well. all your questions
because it's very important in your
yes, I absolutely agree with you. It is very important. Of course, you will have the letter of recommendation, at least from mentors, and we have even the option to create a video, to record a video with a video recommendation to some students, and you could show this video to your future customers. Of course, you will have the special letter of recommendation. Of course, you could point us as a point of contact, and of course, you could invite us as mentors to your LinkedIn profile or any other profile that you have where you are going to search a job. And if it is needed, you could ask for a letter of recommendation from the staff of the company where you have the internship. Because maybe it is not so, so serious to have mentors as a point of contact, but it could be a point of contact from the company. And we have only one condition. We should be sure in your knowledge and your skills. So if we are sure that you are a good student, that you are a good intern, and you will be a good employee for your customer, so we could give you anything that you need.
And one more question.
Okay, please.
How many projects can we participate in our when we will intern? It's maybe one, it's maybe two, or it's
from 1 to 2, because we have only 2 months internship, and it doesn't make sense to have more projects, because during 2 weeks it is impossible to understand the project fully. But it depends on the internship. Some of our groups had 2 projects, some of our groups had 1 project. Okay. Maria?
One small question. I'm just a little bit curious, but right now, do you know what company will be next in internship for us? I mean, next internship company.
With a great probability, it will be the medtech company that I mentioned several slides ago. But if we will find more interesting variant for you particularly, of course, it could be a different company, because we are constantly communicating with customers, with companies, and from time to time, we can find some very interesting variants, so why not?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the question. Any other questions from you guys and girls? Okay. And we talked about the CV today. And this is the example of the CV of one of our students right after the internship. It is shown like that, just to place everything on one slide. Of course, it looks a bit different in reality, but I saved all the information here. So the guy is not initially is not from IT. He had a technical education, but not IT education. And this is the list of skills you could see here. The list of skills that could be included to the CV. This is the short description of him for some HRs who will read the CV. Accomplishments, of course. And you could see here that he performed the duties of a technical lead. This is the experience from the internship. And here you can see you can see 2 projects. Because he's from the group who had 2 projects in the internship. And this is the experience that very much look like the real experience from a real job, really. This is the experience from the internship. And this is the part of his education section. This is our school. And this is the list of knowledges from the course. And this guy found a job. He's working right now. He completed the course about 2 months ago. If I'm not, if I'm right. So this is the example of CV, and your CV would be pretty the same after the internship.
I'm not surprised that he had found a job with such a CV.
But it's absolutely a real CV, and no lies here. So everything is absolutely true. Olga raised
Yes.
a hand.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a
Yes.
question.
I have a question. Is it enough time to do all this? So to automate the process, to reverse engineering documentation and organize of processes and lead the team. Is it possible to do in 2 months?
Yes, it is possible.
And
it is possible, of course.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's a сверхчеловек, Ницшанский. I'm sorry.
Superman. Okay.
Superman. Okay. And I can see here the 3D modeling. Is it on your course or
no?
It was
his own. It is from his past. This
okay.
is the only thing from the past, but the other things are from the course: Linux, API, SQL, Git. The processes. This is the abbreviation for software development lifecycle.
Okay.
Android Studio is from his past, but reading logs is from the course. So almost all the skills there is from the course.
It's impressive.
For the CV, it seems like he was kind of common with the IT sphere.
No, actually not. He did something as a hobby before the course, but he's not from IT sphere. He was not working in this. So that a 3D model and just a hobby of him. Okay, and actually that's all for now from my side. Maybe you have more questions, so I will be happy to answer. Seems that no more questions.
I guess we already had everything we wanted to.
Okay. And that was very, very interesting. You had very interesting question, and I hope that everybody who is listening right now, or watching right now, or watching in recording, is happy to know some more things about the internship. And thank you everybody for participation today. And for the students, see you guys soon. And thank you everybody who watched us today.
Thank you.
Okay. For the people who watched us today or in recording, if you wanted to join us, please, you could use links under this video, and you could subscribe to our channel. So see you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for inviting. Have a good
Thank you.
evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.